Hi, hello, my name is Harold van der Veken. I'm a technical sales consultant working for AXS Guard, and today I want to show you our remote workspace solution. Let's have a look at some slides first. A few words about AXS Guard in general. We believe that every company must have the ability to use the internet in a simple, safe and affordable way. And that is why we go for simplicity, for quality, reliability, continuity and agility. AXS Guard is about connecting people and machines, connectivity. It is about access protection, network security, application security and content security. In this video we focus on connectivity. So why would you use the remote workspace? Well, first of all, it's easy to use and easy to set up. For the administrator, there is a nice interface that allows you to add new users and remote workspaces fast and easy. Users only need to have a PC or a tablet with a browser. There is no additional software to install or configure on the user's PC. They can use every PC that is available to them. It is secure. The user can securely log in and gets only access to their remote desktops or to certain applications that you as an administrator have defined. So there is no need to configure a VPN on the client's machine. The deployment can be very fast, which is a big advantage when you need to provide access to remote workers in a short time frame. Remote assistance is built in. I will show all this in the demo later on. The way it works is by using your browser and logging into a web service running on our AXS Guard cloud. The login username and password, of course it is best to use two-factor authentication. The username and password will be checked with the credentials of that user on your AXS Guard on-premise. If this user is authorized, he will automatically be redirected to his remote desktop or remote application. So Remote Workspace uses the capabilities of HTML5. So this makes it OS independent. It can be used on PCs, tablets and in clients, for instance. You can share full desktops or only a few applications. Remote support is easy. The user can generate an URL that he can share, and the URL will allow another remote user, for instance, or support person to see what is happening on the screen, and he can even take over the keyboard and mouse. Remote Workspace supports the RDP, the VNC and SSH protocols. You can remotely work on Windows, Mac and Linux desktops. There is support for 32-bit color. It scales very nicely in your browser window, which is very convenient when working on a tablet. You can easily copy and paste between applications running locally and applications running in your remote workspace. The Belgian keyboard is supported. You can print on your local printer at home. This is done through a PDF file. You can also upload and download files. So for the requirements, these are minimal. Every OS is supported. You need a browser, of course, and it's best to use two-factor authentication for two-factor authentication. So let us have a look at a demo now. For the demo, we will use our online demo setup. You too can try it out. Just open a browser and navigate to rwdemo.axsguard.cloud. You will get our login page. You can log in with user demo and password demo for Workspace. You will then get the screen where the user can choose to open only an application or a desktop. If you select the application, only the application will be started. In this case, it is the Windows Paint application. An administrator can configure any other application. In this setup, the administrator configured a desktop and one application. If you would have configured only one remote resource or connection, then the user would have been immediately redirected to that resource. When there are more than one resources, the user will be presented with a list to choose from, like it is configured in this case. A special key combination is Ctrl-Alt-Shift. This will bring up a menu that allows you to start the other resources. In this case, we can start up a desktop. I can now easily jump between the application and the desktop. Using Ctrl-Alt-Shift, I can also create an URL to share my screen in read-only or full control mode. When I share this URL with someone else, this person will be able to see my remote workspace in his browser. In full control mode, he will be able to take over my mouse and keyboard. I can also log out after pressing Ctrl-Alt-Shift, and this will also terminate any shared connection. I will now log in as an administrator to show you how you can add workspaces and users and how you link and give access to users. If you go to settings, we get 6 tabs. Active sessions will list all active sessions. History shows the list of logins and logouts. Users is used to add new users or change settings on existing users. And on the Groups tab, you can group users so they inherit group rights. Connections let you configure the actual remote workspaces. Preferences is used to set parameters of the current logged-in user. First, we will add new connections. Here you can specify the name, choose the protocol, hostname, the port, and the authentication details. Remote app allows to define the application that will be available in the workspace. You can also add sharing profiles to allow the user to share its workspace. You can also group connections, and the Users tab allows you to add or modify users. You can set permissions and restrictions. You can specify which connections the user can use. I already mentioned it at the start of this demo. You can try out Remote Workspace yourself and feel how easy and fluently it is to work using the Remote Workspace. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to send us an email. You can reach us at sales@accessguard.com or support@accessguard.com. Thank you for watching.